Good morning, good morning, good morning. It always is so good to look and see those of you who made the choice to be here at our Temple of Light this morning. It's a beautiful morning. I wish those of you online could see the bougainvillea lining the perimeter of our property. It is just so good to feel, well, I certainly feel a great level of pride to be part of this community. And I welcome each and every one of you this morning. And so we begin everything as we do with our opening affirmative prayer. We declare, praise God for truth that sets us free. That divine presence and power that birthed everything out of itself, that created each tiny sepal and flower of the bougainvillea. That is the sun, the moon, the stars, and all of creation. That is each and every one of us, individualized expressions of the power, the glory, the awesomeness we know as God. And so I speak my word this morning for this experience we call a Sunday morning service, knowing that it's an opportunity for our growth, our expansion in consciousness, our deeper understanding of the truths of life which liberate us from any discord of any nature and instills in us that blessed assurance that the goal of freedom and joy and love is sure to be attained by all. We know that every word spoken this morning, every song sung, every insight, every aspect, every level of our understanding is God playing its music through us. And we just open ourselves to be just receptive to the whisperings of spirit. And so with a sense of deep joy and love, I release my word now to that which called us into being, to that law of mind which I know acts upon it and makes it our divine and perfect experience. I rejoice in the knowing that all this is so, and so it is. And now we're going to just sing together our sweet, beautiful chant, Be Still. Top of page 2.
Be still, in quiet and in peace. We know that joy and wonder of release in the Father's house, all troubles disappear. In this secret place, there is no doubt or fear. Be still, unceasingly we pray, aware that love will guide us on our way. The truth has set us free to live in harmony. So it is, and so we let it be.
And let us just now settle into a few moments of silence and quiet reflection. And so it is,
So it is.
and so we let it be. And this morning, we have a lovely reading from our Science of Mind magazine. It's for Saturday, March the 4th. And when I read it yesterday morning, I said, oh boy, this was meant for me. The title is, I Will Be Gentle with Myself. And there are two epigraphs, one by Karen Drucker, from a song that she has of the same name, I Will Be Gentle with Myself. And it says, I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. And then from Ernest Holmes, he says, thy voice is sweet and tender. It is always kind and gentle. It makes me think about what is it that I'm saying to myself about myself. And this is by Reverend Dr. David Alt, and he says, as I write this, I'm recovering from a moderate case of COVID-19. I followed the advice of the medical community at the beginning, but somehow I just got too busy to get the latest booster. I don't know if I would have avoided contracting the virus or not if I had. But it's part of a lifelong pattern that I'm playing with. It seems that I put the demands of work and other commitments ahead of my health. How many of us can relate to this? Okay. He says, when some people experience a temporary illness, they tell me they lean into self-care and give themselves ample time and space to heal and to nurture their bodies in the process. This has not been my habit. No, I have always tried to power through. We're strong and we think, some of us think we can beat out and Duke, or don't. I tried to do that a few days ago after getting what now appears to be false negative results from a couple of home tests. I wasn't feeling well, but I decided to show up for my commitments, masked and distanced, of course, and the result was a huge setback in my healing. So the last few days, I tried to do it differently. I've been letting my inner driver have a few days off and giving my precious body temple time and space to heal. It's not been easy. This morning, he says, I was thinking about that beautiful song written by my friend Karen Drucker. I will be gentle with myself. The line that says, I will hold myself like a newborn baby child, pierced my heart. Would I ever force a baby to power through? Of course not. Could I bring that same compassionate, loving energy to my own body and healing experience? Well, I'm doing my best to do just that. And I'm forgiving myself for all the times I forced and pushed when I should have stopped and rested. The affirmation is, I forgive myself for not trusting and honoring my body, my heart, my soul, and my mind. I allow this love to move in and through me now, and so it is. May I invite our little ones to come to the podium so we can light the youth candle. Is that Abby? Almost never recognize you this morning. You want to light the candle for us this morning? Come and help me then so that I can light it good. Come and help me so I can light it good.
Stand beside her. This one over is done.
So Abby and I, is it lit, lighted? We have lit? we have lighted this, we lit this candle. And it's for all the youth of the world. We behold the Christ in each and every one of them. Let us say the blessing together. We love you. We appreciate you.
We see you as in you. We see you as shining lights onto your world. God is blessing you now. And so it is.
Mission song.
The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission, to trust, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. Yeah!
All right. Oh, Maestro Dexter, thank you so much for your gift. It's a wonderful gift, don't? At the top of page 3 is our affirmation of divine love. Let us say together. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is now victorious, and so it is. Wow, we're going to sing together again our praise song. Please stand.
Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise him, for he is my help and salvation. Come you here, brothers and sisters, draw near. Praise him in glad adoration. Praise to the Lord, who doth prosper thy work and defend thee. Surely his goodness and mercy here daily attend thee. Honor and you, all the Almighty can do. He who with love doth befriend thee. Praise to the Lord, oh let all that is in me adore him. All that hath life and breath, come now with praises before him. Let the Amen sound from his people again. Gladly for him we adore him.
And as you're still standing, let us do our the prayer of our temple, and it's on a flyer in your program. Prayer of our center. The Temple,
Temple
of
of
Light,
Light Center for Spiritual Living is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ peace, love, and joy emanate. To touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and glory forever. And so it is.
Please be seated. Friends, we have a few short announcements. A very special welcome to anyone who is with us for the first time. Do we have any first-time visitors this morning? We invite you to stand so we can acknowledge you. All of his family, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone new joining us online, we ask that you indicate that you are brand new to our Temple of Light in the chat, and we will acknowledge you. Thank you so much for being a part of our spiritual family. Thank you all for being here this morning. And of course, we always look forward to having you again and again and again. Oh, our flowers this morning are so beautiful, aren't they? Wow. We truly are grateful this morning to Judith. Is not you? Oh, Reverend Ann, I must look on the paper. I was just making sure that, that we have our ducks in a row. So this morning, flowers were by Connie Nugent. Connie's here this morning? Yes. Miss Connie. After a while, the floral, the vibe and the talent of the floral arrangers sort of meld, And so when I looked, I said, I'm sure that this is Judith, and I didn't read the paper. Miss Connie, thank you so much. We truly appreciate your love and your talent going into these flowers. Of course, we're always welcoming donations of flowers, and also anybody who feels that, you can put flowers together. We see some wonderful work being done by our own Sean. So we welcome additional floral angels. Now, we have a number of activities taking place throughout our week. And on Tuesday, we have our spiritual mind healing service. So we invite you to join Rev Ann Shand on Tuesday at 6 for an evening when we will be discussing truth principles. That should be something definitely to look forward to. The Zoom link is sent from our mailing list on Tuesday morning, so look out for it. And if you're not on our mailing list, please make sure you leave it with us so that we can include you in that. Now, right after this service this morning, we will have our Wisdom Circle. And we will look at what's in the book, Principles of Successful Living by Raymond Charles Barker. So stay behind afterwards for a lively discussion on the principles of successful living. On Thursdays at 6, we invite you to join us for an hour of prayer and meditation for our prayer power. The Zoom link is sent also from our mailing list on Thursday morning, so look out for that. Now, our book room is going to be open again from 11 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon on Wednesdays, and 2 to 4 on Thursdays. So any Wednesday, any Thursday, right, Reverend Ann? From 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. So you can come, look to see what you might want to have, and pick up something that will help to deepen your spiritual consciousness. Now on Saturdays, we started this Saturday, right, Miss Jeannie? Saturday gone? We are having a series of legal consultations with Jeannie Barnes and Jeannie Slow and Elizabeth Sinclair. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We call them our legal eagles. So any questions you might have you want to understand something about property or some other aspect of the law. Writing your will. Please feel free to join these 3 wonderful legal eagles. Jeannie, the 2 Jeannies, Jeannie Slow, Jeannie Barnes, and Elizabeth Sinclair. And to get some legal advice in that department. A love offering of $500 will be accepted for each consultation. Okay? Now, art. Now, it's wonderful the way Spirit expresses. And we are truly, truly grateful to know that we have an art artist. You have a legal eagle. Is an art artist a good way to say it? In the form of Denise Inglis. Now, I remember a few years ago, some of us who had Scorpio birthdays met, and Denise gave us the opportunity to, we used tissue paper and gift wrap paper, and we made some amazing bits of art. I was so proud of mine that I framed it and it's up in my living room. So, let me just share this with you quickly. She's going to be offering a painting workshop on Saturday, March 11th. That's this Saturday, from 2 to 4, right here at the temple. So we ask that you come and bring out your hidden talent. Now, one of the things I've learned about art, that little voice in your head that says, but I can't draw, but I'm not an artist. Let me tell you, it's just paint on paper. When you see some of those things that people look at and say, the composition is, and it's just a blotch of color on a piece of paper. Hello. And they're selling it for thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's a wonderful way to just allow free expression without that limiting voice that says, I'm not good enough, I can't paint. So let us know we have very limited spaces. This is an up close and personal experience. This is for Saturday, March 11th, between 2 and 4. Call us at the office and let us know what you are able to, or whether or not you're able to come. We are providing paint, brushes, and canvas. You'd have nothing to stop you. So just come and allow that free spirit to just express. There's a number here, 876-456-1333. That should be easy. 456-1333. 456-1333, and register. First come, first serve, right, Miss Denise? Awesome. And of course, as we move on for our CSL membership database, there are forms at the usher's desk. If you have not yet given us your updated information, we really, really need to get a sense of who our members are, as well as persons. Some of you might have been visiting for a long time. We consider you a part of our spiritual family. So please complete the form at the desk so that we can have a sense of who you are and your contact details. Now, at the end of this month, we're going to be having a movie night. Not sure yet what the movie is, Rev Ann. Yeah, we will let you know as soon as we get the name of the movie. Please do have Wakanda again so I can come. I never, yeah? I want to say Wakanda. We will find a nice movie that will span all ages. But put it in your diary, the last Friday at 6 p.m., the contribution is $1,000. And friends, we continue to respond to all of your requests for prayer, and a practitioner is available to pray with you immediately following our Sunday service. This morning, practitioner Carol Campbell will be on duty, and the number to call is 876-289-0907. Also, if you want to speak to a practitioner, you can call the same number, 876-289-0907, from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to midnight. Ministerial counseling is also available, and so you can call to the office for appointments. Now, should you choose to support our ministry financially, we ask that you visit our website or donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, which has all our banking details. Of course, you can make your contribution in your envelopes as well. And we thank you all for your generosity and your love, and for helping us to be a beacon of light in the world. Now that's it for announcements, and we invite you to stand, and we're going to sing together our hymn, This Is My Father's World.
This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears, all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is my Father's world, I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, his hands the wonders wrought. This is my Father's world, the birds their carols raise, the morning light, the lily white, declare their Maker's praise. This is my Father's world, he shines in all that's fair. In the green grass I hear him pass, he speaks to me everywhere. This is my Father's world, oh let me ne'er forget that through the wrongs seem soft so strong, God is the ruler yet. This is my Father's world, why should my heart be low? His nature fair, each one may share, and all his glories know.
Thank you, friends. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to invite our pastor, Rev Ann Shand, to share with you a deep, scintillating, stimulating message this morning. So you might want to have pen and paper for this, because there are always some messages that I know I take away, really make a difference to my day, to my week. Put your hands together and welcome Reverend Ann Shand.
Thank you, Sandy, for setting the tone. Good morning, everyone. Let me add my own words of welcome to those joining us in the sanctuary. Lovely to see you all, and those from World Wide Web. Welcome to this lighthouse of collective consciousness, revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. That is our vision, by the way. My thoughts this morning are centered on the theme that I have been given permission to use from a young lady in the business of reconstructing her life through a vision board. It is, life gives us a perfect fit. Life gives us a perfect fit. My question this morning, if our life experiences are an outpicturing or manifestation of the cherished desires of our hearts, a seamless flow of beautiful, creative thoughts pouring into a manifest field of loving relationships, perfect creative expression, fulfilling and satisfying pursuits, abundant prosperity, deep spiritual connection, life-enhancing recreation and fun, healthy, fit body temples, then that is a perfect fit, isn't it? If not, then why isn't it fitting the way we want it to? Challenges, issues emerge every day, and we either celebrate or we get irritable with ourselves and form conclusions about our own lack of conscious awareness, the world's, and our neighbors' idiosyncrasies. The fit is just not right, we think. Dr. Ernest Holmes reminds us in the statement on page 151 of his magnum opus, the Science of Mind textbook, there is a place in us which lies open to the infinite. And when the Spirit brings its gifts by pouring itself through us, it can only give to us what we take. This taking is mental. If we persist in saying, life will not give us that which is good, which means God does not answer my prayer or it is taking too long, it cannot. For life must reveal itself to us through our intelligence. The pent-up energy of life and the possibility of further human evolution work through man's imagination and will. The time is now. The place is right where we are, and it is done unto us as we believe. End of quote. The time is now, friends, to resculpt our experiences to allow that perfect fit of our life's journey. From the column Science and Spirituality written by Waldman and Newberg, their recommendation is, stop fixing yourself. Heal your physical wounds, but when it comes to achieving optimal psychological health, embrace the concepts of acceptance and growth. Turn your entire life, the pains, the pleasures, and disappointments, into a spiritual journey of self-discovery, wonderment, and joy. What does that mean? It means that everything counts. Everything is part of this wonderful journey of self-discovery. Each one of us, yes, the things happen, but the fact is it's usually a platform to let us know what we don't want and shift to what it is that we do want. And it is a journey. It must be with fun and wonderment and joy. We're laughing this morning with Sandy. That is it. We have art classes. We have legal this week. We have floral arrangement. We want fun. And we have movies. Sorry you missed it because you were adult. The children saw the one that you want to see, Sandra. So we'll try and help. Our fifth declaration of principles assists us. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and this goal is sure to be attained by all. So let us stop fixing the outer, lengthening the hems of outer experiences, which means that you're still buried in the past, stitching in all seams of thought patterns, which you know you cannot put new wine in old wineskins. You cannot, those people who sew, you cannot use a new piece of material into an old rent material because the wear is different. It's not going to fit. So we are advised to heal the physical wounds and go within to deal with our mental attitudes with the acceptance of where we are, and then place our full attention on our growth and development into a wonderful adventure of self-discovery, wonderment, and joy. Freedom from pain and disappointments are possible for all. Life can only give us what we are really ready to accept and embody. It is the truth for all of us. As we consider that the process of life, giving us a perfect fit for the pattern of thoughts that dominate our awareness, then freedom from discord to the ultimate reality of our true identity of who we are is real. Jesse Jennings, New Thought minister and writer, suggests from his explanation of our fifth declaration, he states, how can we ultimately maintain our individual identity and not have some discord between where you are and where you want to be? Sounds familiar. Here we are as a community experiencing challenges and issues as we move from where we are to where we want to go. Jesse Jennings goes on to state that we make peace with ourselves. There will always be change and an urging to grow. There is discord when we blame the place we occupy for keeping us from the one we wish to experience. In the long run, we discover that condemning and complaining about our present state pretty much keeps us in it or in one very much like it, because that is it. You keep dominating your thoughts with what you don't want, so the universe gives you what you don't want. Friends, we live in a limitless universe, but that does not look limitless down here on ground level. So we lift up our eyes. In other words, we turn within and move into the state of becoming, to where we place our attention on where we want to go. The promise is this goal is sure to be attained by all. He further states we are whole, complete, but by no means finished, and perfect, though our grasp of this wavers sometimes. So in this very instant, that which we seek is seeking us for the purpose of coming into manifestation by means of us. I remind you of the statement that the young lad said to the minister when we were discussing the importance of achieving the heaven of our lives unfolding. I ain't done yet. The same is true for us. We are endowed with all the necessary abilities and attributes of spirit to fully actualize our spiritual journey of self-discovery, wonderment, and joy. And it is limitless, it is without age. So anybody can continue working on that perfect fit at any time of your life's unfoldment. Jesus the way shower gave a parable, the barren fig tree, to emphasize what is our responsibility in the utilization of our gifts in ensuring our lives are a perfect fit. Luke 13, 1-9. The first 5 verses were actually a response to the questions posed to Jesus the way shower about some Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. Irving Seal, New Thought writer, Learn to Live, stated that Jesus the way shower noted that the Galileans were not sinners because, above all the other Galileans because they suffered these things. They were not bad people because they had suffered misfortune, and that all other Galileans were not good because they escaped. Jesus indicates that all are vulnerable, whether good or bad. He quotes, "Except ye repent, ye shall likewise perish," verses 3 and 5. In other words, everybody has to change their thinking. If you do not consciously and definitely fill the mind with pleasant things, it will, in the natural course of events, become filled with rubbish. To make this point clear, Jesus told the parable of the fig tree, verses 6-9. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, "Behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and found none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth the ground?" And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it. If it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that, thou shalt cut it down, end of quote. Literally, if the tree does not produce good fruit, destruction shall overtake it. This is the way of evolution and progress. For the dresser begs for the life of the tree. Notice statement, let it alone, till I shall dig and dung it. Progress is made by an increase in consciousness. Irving Seal further states to increase our awareness and to take more conscious, concerted control of our life is the compelling necessity of the race and each individual. He further explains that it was no accident that Jesus chose the fig tree rather than the olive, which was just as common. For thousands of years, the fig tree has been a symbol of spiritual growth and productivity. The fig bears no blossoms outwardly. It blossoms inwardly. Split open a fresh fig, and you will see its myriads of flowers. It was therefore always thought by the ancients as a fitting symbol of the soul of man, which bears an inward blossom in the form of awareness and consciousness. His conclusion is, what a man does or says or accomplishes externally is the direct result of what a person is inwardly. Therefore, spiritually speaking, the real fruit of the soul and the mind is consciousness and character. But as I said, the dresser gives us hope. When he says, let it alone, till I shall dig and dung it. It is given a chance, this tree that is not being fruitful at this time. It is given a chance by digging around it. Courtney will explain that to you. It's a little agronomics. Digging around it for the release of minerals in the earth, as well as the addition of organic matter. So what was thought of hopeless was given a chance by the addition of nourishment of spirit to bear fruit. Nothing is impossible with God. This is my Father's word. This God-living spirit that is within us as the dresser of our lives. So yes, we can bear fruit at any time because the goal is sure to be attained by all. Life is indeed a perfect fit for where we are in consciousness. Here we are as a community with the similar challenges to permit the fruits of our community to flourish. We are a lighthouse of collective consciousness, revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. All of us together must, by our spiritual practices, let God, the owner and dresser of our Temple of Light vineyard, to dig around, allowing our roots to connect efficiently with the universal flow of love, and the intelligence and wisdom of God to organically fill us with ideas to move us forward as a spiritually empowering, culturally relevant, visibly, financially thriving, with inspired, committed leadership, sharing powerful messages, vibrant music, and we are a socially engaged community. Those are the fruits of our fig tree from the vineyard of 4-6 Fairway Avenue. So it is not enough to rest on our laurels. We have to produce fruit to expand consciousness, to touch and transform lives. And it starts with every single individual, because we desire for individually a home that works for everyone, a community, a country, and a world that allows all individuals to express their spiritual magnificence. It takes commitment and faith for life to give us that perfect fit of a community that messages spiritual growth and unfoldment in a manner that supports its members who belong together to experience fellowship, expansion, love, and fun. We must have fun, right? You agree with me? Yeah. All right. It always begins, friends, with the individual. So some of the suggestions as to what we can do for the necessary adjustments to take place. First, we need to take time to put God first in all of life's journey. In the matter of self-discovery, we have to go within with the intention to open our hearts. Be receptive to ideas that will clarify every aspect of our beingness. Ideas that allow us to come to a place of comfort with the layers of our conscious awareness. Spiritual tools will assist us in the weeding out of what is not life-enhancing. We go within with affirmative prayer to dig deep and open us to the nourishment of spirit and add organically thoughts that are spiritually uplifting. We meditate, we read, study, mindfulness exercises in nature. Take care of the body temple. It is the vehicle for the expression of our divinity. We have afia. Everything is here for us, friends. One of our first considerations must be how we awaken in the morning. Before we rush into the affairs of the day, even our spiritual practices, as we begin to open our eyes, remember to place our focus on the sanctuary within. Breathe in God and breathe out the love, the joy, and the peace. One affirmation to remember is, and I say it to you once and you can repeat with me, divine love is working through me to perfect the details of my life this day. Divine love is working through me to perfect the details of my life this day. In a whisper, divine love is working through me to perfect the details of my life this day. And in your heart, the second suggestion, friends, is learn to let go. Learning to let go is an integral path of spiritual growth. Let go means forgiveness, you know. Nice word, letting go. The giving up of an old pattern for a pattern of thought that induces our conscious awareness of limitless living. Reverend Kathy Beasley in the Lenten booklet states this very clearly, and I quote, "We are always in the stark and beautiful movement of letting go of one thing, thought, or situation while being set free to a more excellent, deeper, and more expansive experience of ourselves." Letting go is a process that invites us to affirm the truth of our being and trust the unfolding journey of being fully present in our thoughts, words, and deeds, to be inspired by the smallest things, to overcome unforeseen challenges and let go of expectations that do not belong to us, end of quote. The richness of being present in the moment when we release the old and allow the new being to emerge from the inside allows the fit to be perfect. It flows from within us, this seamless radiance of love, peace, and joy. As we let go, we open our hearts to love, which is the third suggestion. Love, 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 love. It fills our hearts and minds as we weed out confusion, discord of every nature, judgment, prejudice, self-serving opinions, and let the meditations of love overflow in our hearts. We let go of the blame, the shame, the regret, and complaining, and open to the highest and best of spirit's unfoldment as we are immersed in the wonder and joy of discovering ourselves. Friends, we are taught by principle not to react to, but instead act from. What I mean by that? We do not react to issues, discomfort, problems, and difficult confrontations. We act from who we are and what we are. God's visible representative of love, peace, and joy. We act from a position of abundance and prosperity, which is the truth of what we know. Face facts, no truth. That is familiar. Face facts, but know the truth. Fourth suggestion, cultivate attitudes that support our growth and unfoldment. What are attitudes? Dr. Holmes described attitudes in his ideas of power. And it says, an attitude is the way you are prepared to act in any situation. You may not know how you are prepared to act in this situation or that situation, but you are always prepared to act. And it is knowing how you are prepared to act that enables you to fulfill attitudes. So our responsibility is to cultivate attitudes of love, peace, and joy and prosperity by using affirmative language in our thoughts and prayers and our social engagement with everyone. Practice, practice, practice until we have the habit. Visioning of our journey, repetition of affirmations, and visualizing ourselves speaking these words of love, peace, and harmony wherever we find ourselves. And with thanksgiving, expect the results to build a perfect fit in our life's journey of unfoldment. Donald Curtis also suggests developing a consciousness of joy. Think of the things you love, he says. Go out and enjoy them. Jump up and down, but I suggest you check your doctor first. Laugh, laugh, laugh. You don't have to check Reverend Sona for that one. Let the laughter peel out. And he says, feed the fire within you through thanksgiving, joy, and feelings of peace. Finally, give yourself to life. How do we do that? We enter every activity in our life's journey with enthusiasm, with interest. Let us observe our feelings and remain fully engaged in every moment. For every conversation, our full attention is required. Listen avidly, observing gestures and even our own responses to what is spoken. No half measures. From the moment the feet are placed on the ground in each day, pour our essence in every task, no matter how routine or mundane. Let the moment feed our interest, use of the senses, use your taste, the smell, the hear it in nature, the birds, the songs that are there, even in the silence. Feel and allow gratitude to coat everything. Gratitude assists us with expectation. The pleasures of our early morning tea and coffee, and the reverence of our spiritual practices. Friends, the reverence of our life is the instrument that the Almighty is using to give to the moment to all who come into contact with us. So for that day, let us behold the reverence, the Christ within each person. That is your silent blessing to each other. Call up somebody when you forget you're not speaking to them for about 3 months, you don't hear a thing. Call them up, bless them by recognizing that presence of love within them. And give a silent blessing to all who come into contact with you, even when you're driving. Friends, we are here to share our gifts with our world. The more we give of ourselves in peace, love, and joy, we remove from the race belief the negative feelings and ideas. We are the change we want to experience. So how am I going to summarize all that? I'm going to give you the affirmation. I put God first, and all else is added on to me. I love everyone and everything. My attitudes of peace, thanksgiving, and joy manifest in my outer world. I give myself to life completely and receive all the blessings. It is my pleasure to give from the abundance within me. I repeat it. I put God first. I put God first, and all else is added unto me. I love everyone and everything. My attitudes of peace, thanksgiving, and joy manifest in my outer world. I give myself to life completely and receive all the blessings. It is my pleasure to give from the abundance within me. Friends, life gives us a perfect fit. Let us wear our lives with dignity and poise. Let us wear our lives well. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Ann, for reminding us that life gives us a perfect fit for the patterns that dominate our consciousness. I love the part about the fig with the blossoms on the inside, right? So we must just recognize that all the beautiful blossoms of life's goodness are inside, and we have to allow them to manifest. Lots of things that we can do. Put God first, just to name a couple, to always go within, to use our spiritual tools. We have lots of them: affirmative prayer, meditation, and to use the facilities available in this community. To know that divine love is always working through us. And that we have to let go some of the old attachments. We are God's visible representatives on this earth, and that we are, the fullest expressions of joy. Thank you, Reverend Ann. Really, really powerful message. Let us give her another round. And before we have our musical item, I'd just like to invite everyone who has a birthday in March to please stand for your blessing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, wow, we just give thanks. Give thanks for that divine love that is even now pouring in through as each person enjoying a birthday this month. Oh, I include those who are not with us physically, but I know they are with us in consciousness. I think of Louise McLeod, wherever she is. She's an avid March person. We just know that that presence and power is fulfilling the desires of their heart. They live in a conscious awareness of peace, love, and prosperity, and they radiate this garment of praise seamlessly in their world of affairs. I know as this love streams forth through them wherever they are. They touch lives, and indeed, as they transform the spaces around them, I know our island Jamaica, and indeed the very cosmos, is blessed. I know for each one of them as pure and perfect channels of spirit, I know that they continue to let go and let God. Every good thing, every marvelous and wonderful demonstration is happening now in their lives and unfoldment. I know that they trust, and I know that that faith of God is now present as they move forward to experience the infinite and limitless blessings of pure God. This is the truth about each one. And I know for them as they continue to walk this talk, they're a blessing wherever they find themselves. And indeed, they accept the blessings of living in a perfect fit of life's unfoldment. This is the truth. I release my word to law with thanksgiving and know that it is so, and so it is. So it is. Our musical item this morning is on a flyer within your program. We are going to learn to sing together redemption song. So we can't live in a country where Bob Marley come from and we keep not more, you only know peace and you don't know all of it. The redemption song is right in your program and we are going to sing it. We are our musical item this morning.
Yes, they are buying, sold like to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, these songs of freedom, songs of freedom. Redemption songs, redemption songs.
May I clap the Temple of Light? Can we stand and say the prayer of Jamaica? It's on a flyer in our program. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established, and so it is. Can we take our love offering and just bless it? And then while we sing that last hymn, we can just drop it, the envelopes in the box, Lord of the universe. Together, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father, and so it is. Lord of the universe,
Lord of the universe, of all things great and small, supreme in heaven and on earth, in thee the Lord of all, we magnify thy name, as wonders we behold, and cherish in our human hearts thy glories manifold. Lord of the universe, yet one with every cell, thy love and great intelligence within all things doth dwell. Thou art in every star, in every stick and stone, and closer still within each heart. Thou art the Lord alone. Lord of the universe, the substance of all things. Thou art the spirit and the life that makes my soul taste wings. Let now our thoughts ascend to that celestial height, where love and peace and joy abound, along with truth and light. Lord of the universe, of all things great and small, supreme in heaven and on earth, in thee the Lord of all, we magnify thy name, as wonders we behold, and cherish in our human hearts thy glories manifold. Together, as we cherish that power and presence within our lives that allow our wings to unfold as we ascend into the heights of conscious awareness of peace, love, and joy this day. I know that this collective consciousness of love goes out to bless each and every individual. I know that each person who have allowed themselves to give of time, talent, and treasure are abundantly blessed. And indeed, as they truly allow that presence to be at their highest expression in what we say, do, and think, I know indeed we allow ourselves to be just filled with that blessings that allow us to live healthy lives, wonderful relationships, creative self-expression, recreation, fun, all the attributes of spirit just simply moving through our experience
to allow us to just live limitlessly. This is our truth. It is a good day. It's God's day, a day in which we can truly rejoice. And as we go from this place, I know that that presence continues to allow our pathway to be filled with pleasantness and peace. We are safe and secure. Truly, it is God and only God. This is the truth. I know that it is so. I release my word to the Lord with thanksgiving. And so it is. Thank you, friends, for joining us in consciousness. Let us have our peace song, and let us sing Love Instead. Thanks, Valerie. Thanks for coming out. Yes, there is love on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is love on earth, the love that was meant to be with God as our Father. Family, all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, love begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Yes, there is love on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, really begins with love. Join us this week, Tuesday evening. We'll be talking Truths of Life with Rev Ann Shand. Join us prayer on Thursday. Classes are continuing. Wednesday night, spiritual laws. Thursday morning, the power in gratitude. And indeed, spiritual practices and principles on Thursday night. And see you here, right here. No, the 11th art class. And indeed, TOL. Temple of Light Legal Aid Bureau. Legal Advice Bureau. Temple of Light Legal Advice Bureau on a Saturday in the book. Free of charge. Okay? So we have lots of things going on in the temple. So come out and join us. And see you next week, same place. Have a wonderful week, friends.